So frameworks for your physical commodity trading journey. Let's dive in. Obviously, if you have questions, just write them, and then I'll answer them at the Q&A at the end. All right. So if you don't know me, I'm Damien. So I've been a physical commodity trader my entire career. I've been in physical commodity trading with more in my entire career. This is a bunch of pictures of me. You can see when I was like a kid with a bunch of clients, a bunch of counterparties, and so on. So that's about me. Now, so there's like 3 different frameworks that we are going to see today. Is the 0 to 1, niche trading from model, and deals difficulty. And I think let's see. I'm pretty sure you will like all of them. So 0 to 1. So how to make $1 million in margin in less than 5 years. So there's like 4 different stage levels that you need to go through if you want to make at least $1 million US in profit in 1 year, and that in less than 5 years. So the first thing that you need to find, obviously, is you need to find a trade. You need to find a trade, a gap in the market that you can fill. Then you need to transform this trade into a trade flow. So one shipment must become a multiple of shipment. Then once you have that, you can get finance, you can get external finance. Basically, and this is when you start to really make money as an owner or as a commodity trader, is when you can use OPM, other people money, to trade with it. So this is really where you can leverage your know-how, your network, and you can make a shitload of money in your pocket. And the last part is scaling, so making a real business out of it. So let's quickly review it. So the first year, you should find a trade. So it could take, actually, for some people, it takes more than a year. For others, it takes a couple of weeks, but you need to find a trade. You need to find a gap in whatever market that you can fill. Usually, I think in less than a year, you should be able to do that, but depending on the amount of time that you have and the network that you need to build, that's pretty much it. Then you need to set up a trade flow. So usually how it works is you do your first trade with your buyer, with your supplier, you do a trial container of whatever. And after this trial container, you're like, look, guys, are you happy with the quality? Are you happy with this, that? If there's like any issue in the logistic, in the document that we need to solve. And once you are, sorry, and once you've had this discussion, you are going to say, all right, I know nobody wants to have spot trades because you need to negotiate everything every time. So let's set up a yearly contract, a monthly contract, or whatever. And we're going to do one shipment every 2 weeks, every month, every whatever. But try to directly after the trial to have like a framework to have a contract for a year-long contract where you can basically negotiate shipment by shipment, but still you know that you are going to work with them for a year. Once you have this trade flow, then you can start to get finance. After a year, if you have a real trade flow, after a couple of years, if you have real trade flow, then you should be able to get finance. Some local banks can give you some a little bit of finance. It's not going to be crazy, especially if you do international trade, but your local banks can give you a little bit. But then obviously there are a lot of different financiers, and depending where your company is, that could help you. So if you can show them that you know what you are doing, that you've already dealt with that supplier, you already dealt with that buyer, that you've done a couple of shipments like this, then some people will lend you money. Don't worry. The thing is, if you're thinking, oh, Damien, it's so difficult to find finance, it's because you haven't done shit. Usually, it's very easy to get finance when you've done something. If you haven't done shit, it's tougher. And then year 4 to 5, this is when you basically need to hire a real team to put some processes, some software in place, and to have some people that take care of the bank, to optimize the logistic, maybe see if you can find some asset-based financing, whatever. So this is where basically you recreate a company that could a little bit work without you. That's basically what I've seen in all the firms that are starting from 0 to 1 million in profit in less than 5 years. It's always the same, basically the same path. So, for instance, this is a company that we set up with my partner Adriano in DRC, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So we found a trade. So it was basically stainless scrap. So we collect stainless scrap in DRC, ship it to South Africa, and take a margin. There were a huge margin. So we found a trade. Obviously, we tried to make it a trade flow. But then when we were in the process of making this trade flow, we got like so many problems. It was so fucking difficult. We got scammed everywhere. I mean, we knew, DRC was going to be difficult, but we didn't imagine that it was going to be that difficult. So yeah, we tried to make a trade flow. We tried to make it recurring, but we failed. Then Grandma Energy, the other company that right now we are still running, Paul is mostly running it, or my Romanian partner. And basically, Paul already had, when I came in and purchased the company, a part of the company from Paul, he already had a trade flow with wood pallet. So basically, he already had a trade flow, and I was like, all right, man, let's put more money behind it, and let's do everything. So let's get more finance. Let's put up a team together. And that was a fucking failure. I can say, like, after 1 year, we just had to fire everyone. We just had to start from zero. We lost a lot of money with a lot of things. So I tried to grow too fast, and that was a big mistake. So instead of getting a slow ramp up, I tried to go too fast, hire too many people, wrong people, and so on. We did a lot of mistakes. It cost me a lot of money, but that's it. Now, after that, we also had an issue with the wood pallet business, because we were like in B2B2C, basically selling to retailers that are going to sell to the final customer, or selling directly to the final customer. But those quality of clients were not that great. So we basically, for I think a year, we try to upscale and go to the industrial wood pallet market. So not selling to the household, but selling to industrial. So we try, seriously, I think a bit less than a year, try to pierce this market. But there is like a few videos of me, I think from last year, that you can find, where I'm basically trying to source industrial wood pallet. But then we found that the buyers, the utilities, they don't want to buy from small commodity trading firm, because for them, honestly, they don't fucking care about the price. They just the buyers are engineers. They want to have no problem. They don't want to buy from someone new. So there were one time where we had the lowest price, seriously the lowest price we knew, and the guy didn't buy from us. So I was like, okay, all right, it's not a market for us. Let's cut it. Let's find something else. So then we found the bitumen market. So and out of this bitumen market, we are also making a trade flow. So now we have the wood pallet trade flow. So we kept the good clients, and to still make a little bit of money, we now developing the bitumen trade, and then now we are like setting up again, getting some finance. We are at the beginning of the year right now. We are in conversation with different local banks to get better line of credit, and we are slowly, we are going to hire a teammate, two teammates, putting the structure in place. We have some software, so some CTRM software to basically control what is going on in the company and stuff like that. But this time we are doing it more slowly with, I think, a better market, the bitumen and the bitumen market. Actually, we also do like other energy trade, like fuel oil and diesel, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, 0 to 1, find a trade, set up a trade flow, get it financed, and then scale it. Is the niche trading firm model. So this is something that I really need to drill down to everyone, basically. So because I see so many people, they come and say, Damien, you have this opportunity for diesel, for copper cathode, for crude oil. I'm like, what do you mean? Come on, man. What the fuck, man? You have no opportunities. Those are big commodities handled by players that are huge. So there is no opportunity, man. I don't know you, but I know that just by the commodity that you are bringing to me, that there is no opportunity. So the old model, and I'm calling the old model, is basically what the big trading firms are doing, and even for them, it's getting more difficult. The old model was buying FOB and selling CIF. All right, so very simple. So it was very easy because you didn't need to be in one of those countries. When you buy FOB, everything is already cleared, and when you sell CIF, CIF, or CFR, the buyer also need to clear the good inside this country and so on. So there was a perfect model for trading firm. You buy FOB, you sell CIF. You are in a company, you are in Switzerland or in a low cost, low taxes country with good banks, and then you could make it work. But this is the old model. Now, man, the people that can make this model work are the guy with the lowest cost of financing. So if you are not one of those behemoths with a very, very low cost of financing, it's going to be very difficult to compete buying FOB, selling CIF. I would even say that a lot of market, the margin is negative for people that are doing that. So it makes no sense if you, as an entrepreneur, that you want to start your own thing, you want to go compete in there. Even for those big guys, now they are downstream and upstream, and they are in a lot of countries, they have assets and so on, because even for them, they realize there is no margin, we need to do something different. And obviously, they have a cost of financing that you want, so basically it's dead from the get-go. So don't try to do that. So the only thing that you can do, the only thing, you can do whatever you want, but I think if you start, if you are an entrepreneurial spirit and you want to make something out of it, basically, there is like 3 type of niche that that would make sense for you to tackle. The first one is geographical niche. Is basically you can do a big commodity like copper, I don't know, diesel or whatever, in a very difficult country. Then the big guys, they don't want to bother with that because the market is too small, too complex, or whatever. Then there's a product niche. Is you do like small ingredients, small raw materials. That again, for the big guys, it makes no sense to have like people that are dedicated to it, because for them there is not enough. The market is not big enough. And then processing niche is that you can put a light asset that will convert the commodity that you are trying to do, that you are trying to trade. So let me give an example. So product niche, in this case, of you do some ingredients, some raw materials, something that you need a lot of knowledge, then the buying FOB, selling CIF is still possible with good margin. But obviously, it's not going to be like huge market like aluminium, sugar, or whatever. But in small market, it's still possible. I've seen people making great margin by doing that. For instance, there is those guys. They do like ingredient for food manufacturer in Australia. They buy FOBs, that take CIF, they take good margin, and they have a very, very good business. Ingredient business is usually a very good business because once your client use your ingredient, then they are not going to change. So the clients are very, very sticky. This would be like a product niche. So food ingredient or whatever usage. Then geographical niche. So this one is you go to a very difficult country, and then basically what you try to do is agglomeration. So you buy from a lot of different suppliers, you agglomerate it, so in a lot which is big enough for a big trader to buy it FOB. This is a model that I really love. I do that in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in DRC, in other difficult countries. We buy from very small producer, we agglomerate it, we make it safe for big buyers to purchase it, and then they ship it. And then we don't care about what happens on the other end. And basically, this was also the idea with Ecometal, actually, the company that we had so many issues. Like you can see, it was one of our trucks that went to South Africa here from DRC. But basically, we got a lot of stainless steel from everywhere, load it, and then ship it. The other part is of the same coin would be the distribution. So here it's what we do in Gromba Energy. We are energy distributor in Romania. We buy in bulk and then we sell to the end users. Again, distribution is very difficult. Usually there is a lot of clients. You need to, when there is a lot of clients, there is a lot of problems. It's always the same. So then the big guy, they prefer to sell to you in bulk. And then you can make your extra margin by selling to them directly. So usually the agglomeration and distribution, those are two great niche, even on big trading. Like right now at Gomba, we are speaking about like doing diesel, so buying diesel in bulk and reselling to trucking company, agricultural company, and so on. So even on big commodities like diesel, on a distribution model, you can make margin. Then there's a processing niche. So this is what we do in a company that I own called Chromatic Dragon. We basically buy low quality chrome, we process it, and then make it a little bit better, and then ship it to China. So this is what a concentration plant, a wash plant look like, and this is the chrome is the product here. So here, it's as you can see, it's not a huge asset, but it makes money. So basically, I would encourage you, like if you have an entrepreneur spirit, if you want to start something on your own, or if you are like an employee and you want to start something on the side, this is how I started. This is how most of our members started, as an employee with something on the side, because as I showed you before, it takes few years. I think I would say like 2 to 3 years to really replace your income. So don't cut. so don't cut don't cut the salary that make you live. try to find those niche, but yeah, try to find those niche, have an eye for those niche. This is where you are going to get better margin for a small company. Last framework that I'm going to discuss, 5 minutes, and then we go to the Q&A. So deal difficulty. So there is something that you need to know. When you start to put your first deal together, it costs a lot of money because you need to travel, you need to you find a lot of documents that you don't know what they are. There's you need to go to remote places, find buyers and suppliers. There's like an inspection that costs a lot. I mean, you need to spend a bunch of money, you need to spend a bunch of time, and it's very, very difficult to close a first deal because also you don't know what a deal looks like. So it's very difficult to close your first deal. So this is you here trying to working very late, just trying to make it happen. And on the right, there's one guy that makes the same deal that you want to close, but just with 2 phone calls. And you're like, what the fuck? I want to be the guy that closed the deal with 2 phone calls. Obviously. So closing deal, the deal's difficulty is always like this. Here, the amount of energy, time, resources that you need to put for your first deal is the highest. And each subsequent deal is easiest. So this is what I try to show you with this fabulous graph. Is like the amount, the first one is the most difficult. This is the one that you are going to burn the most energy to make it happen. And then the subsequent one are easiest. Easier is easier and easier. And it arrives even to a point where it's even negative, where they like your clients are calling you, the supplier are calling you because they want you to make a deal. And this is, for instance, where we are with Grumba Energy, with not all the deal, obviously, but with few clients. They call us, few suppliers, they call us and they say, look, we have this for you. What can you do? So the energy is like even becoming negative. So the deals come to you. But obviously, before arriving to that point, you need to close a lot of deals with no problem. So they know that you are that you are a good player, and then deals will come to you. And then you can be the guy that only takes the calls and then close the deal. Instead of being the guy that running around chasing around deals. So, and usually there's like a steep curve that you need to climb in order to close your first deal. And usually this curve is a question of skill set, network, and knowledge. Usually you don't. Why haven't you closed your first deal? Is because you don't know how to close a deal. Honestly, if you would have known, you would have done it. So that means that there is a lack of skill set, network, and knowledge. You don't know enough how to close a first deal. Maybe your network is not good enough. You don't know how to extend your network to close your first deal, and your skill set isn't there. You don't know what to say when you're on the phone. Maybe you're saying some shit, which is a huge red flag for someone that knows it, but you don't know that it's seen as you're a huge red flag, So there is like this steep curve that you need to climb in order to close your first deal. And when you are good enough, when you have enough skill set, knowledge, network, then you'll be able to close your first deal. For instance, Grumba Energy, we had like some guys that proposed us to do some sugar thing and so on. Honestly, we were not able to do it, man, because sugar, we don't know, man. We would have to climb like again this steep curve of network, skill set, and knowledge on sugar to be able to do it. Also, we try not to unfocus the company, so we are not going to do it. But if we move, like if we do another product, then it doesn't mean that we still need to climb this curve. Haha, that's a good cheese. Yeah, this is why the Dutch people are so tall. And there's a lot of Dutch in trading. New at trading, bro. How do I get global benchmark prices of commodities? It depends, man. It depends. It depends on the commodity, but usually you need to go. I always use like paid subscription, like paid Platts, Fast Market, Ferroalloy. Depending on your commodity, you will have to buy some type of paid data if you want to have like the updated data about the market every day. And obviously, those data are never like completely correct. If you want to have the real price, you need to be in the market calling your clients and your supplier. Awesome. Hello, Damien. How many years into the business until you made serious money? 6-7 figure profit. It depends, man. As an employee, it could go quite fast, man. If your company do well, as an employee, you can get like very good bonuses very, very fast if you're a bit lucky with the timing. As a business owner, I would say like you will start to make a lot of money when you have a trade flow and then you have financier that finance this trade flow. So then you don't use your money to trade, you use someone else's money to trade, and this is when you start to make a lot of money. So I would say like, yeah, 3 years is possible. You should interview Peter, founder of Agro, which has almost said, man, he sold a company for almost 1 billion. Yeah, man, send me the details. I think you should have my email. If I can contact, should send me his details. I don't know this guy. Please, can I have your email or your phone number? Yeah, you can have my email by by putting your email in the link below this video. Do you have one template for this 1 year contract in your site or courses? I think in the course we have like a template. Yep. Man, explain about petroleum product trading. Yeah, you need to be a bit more. You need to be a bit more detailed, man. Explain me about the life. Okay, man, no problem. Life. First of all, you need to have. If you are too low IQ, life is difficult. I think for you, baby. Kidding. How do you see futures of biofuel feedstock in the upcoming years? Considering Trump's new presidency and scrapping of green deals, interest for someone at the biofuel desk or find oil majors? Yeah, I think, man. All right. So I had this view for like 5 years, 7 years. All those carbon credit, all those shit, man, like this. I've always said that it works now because people are not too poor. But when Europe is going to be poor, then they are going to scrap all that shit. And and obviously America, yeah, they have oil, so what do they care? But I'm saying like, I think now wind is blowing in Europe. The Europe wages is so low. People are getting so fucking pissed off that they are going to scrap all that shit that makes energy more expensive. So I think we are in that. Yeah, we are there. So biofuel, I think biofuel is still going to be there's still going to be a big push for it, for sure. In Europe, rest of the world, I don't know, but in Europe, yeah, biofuel, yes. Hey, could you advise on how to best structure Yeah, man, legal entities. I mean, okay. The problem with your question is it lacks context. What is your trade flow? What do you want to do? With whom do you want to trade? Because the entity is, I mean, the best entity is going to depend on what business you want to do, and who also. Nick, are you like an American? Are you a guy from UAE? Are you a Singaporean? This will change a lot. In the structure present today, we separate legal entities from each activity identified as most. Okay, let me read it again. Is the structure presented today with separate legal entities for each activity notified as the most optimal, or is it simply how things turn out? You mean for my? It's for my structure. Yeah, I have different structure because I have different business partner in each of those structure. That's the reason. And trading everything under one legal entity is also an option. Yes, I mean, all right. So I think trading everything under one entity is the best. It's the best. You have a bigger. I mean, the cash is in one place. You have a bigger balance sheet. It's the best. Yeah. Selling worms is also a niche, man. Yeah, probably, man. I don't know how big, man, but I think, man, I think you can make money, man. You know what? Because worms are a good protein. Yeah, I can't speak about because it's. I'm not sure I can. But yeah, definitely. What is your sweet spot for the amount of clients you have to the amount of problems and margin they bring? The more clients, the more problem to deal with. Yes, man. There's no okay. All right, man. There is no sweet spot, man. You want as much client as possible. If you have the finance to do it. But then when you see that a client is a fucking pain in the ass, you just cut it. And then when you see the market is low, you're like, fuck, man, why did I cut this client? I need more sales. So, man, it's a tough question. But obviously, you want as much client as possible. But if the client is always a problem, always claims and so on, then yeah, you need to cut it. Could you please share your experience working with LC contractors, cash and document? Does an LC work for small amount, or does it make no sense due to so small margin? Yes, so basically LC for small amounts make no sense at all. You are going to pay what? $1,000 for like a 10,000 to 20,000 shipment? It makes no sense. So yeah, LC doesn't make a sense for honestly below like 1 million. I don't know if LC really makes sense. Maybe for first deal, maybe. But LC is like long, clunky. I mean, I don't know. Adrien Chola, good evening, man. What advice would you give for someone who will have an operator case study day in a company as a review? Yeah, I already took your course, which is really helpful. Thanks. Yes, Adrien, I remember your name. Yes, so you will have an operator case study as an interview. Man, if you have the course, man, you should be fine. Honestly, you should be fine, and you should know, man, very well how it works. So I'm not really worried. If this is the case study that you need to discuss or whatever, man, I think with the course you should be like you should be one of the best, man, for sure. I don't have like a specific. Maybe try to push. Okay, maybe that. In doing the case study or when you speak about what you have learned in the course, so I think you'll do well, says that really the role of the operator is to foresee the problems and remove them before they happen. They will love that shit. Try to say like, yeah, the role of the operator is to see all the problems that could happen and try to mitigate them before they happen. They will love it. Say that, they will love it. You will get hired. Craig Dayton, in a country where commodity is produced by a few known producers who export themselves, can a trader still export for that market, or will buyer just purchase directly from the producer? Man, it depends. It depends. It's like it depends, man. Sometimes the buyer, they don't want to deal with those producers. Sometimes the producer, they don't want to deal with the buyer. So it really depends on the market. Hey, Damien, can you tell us how you found a gap in the bitumen? Well, yeah, of course. There's like a former shipping commodity academy student that worked at Vital, and he worked on the bitumen market. And he said, "Man, you're in Romania. Look at the bitumen market. It's hot." So we look at it, and it was true. So this is how we found it. Hi, Damien. I'm currently working in a job, but want to start something in the commodity business. I was thinking of freight forwarding as it would give insight into the trading aspect. Is it a good plan? Yeah, man, it's not a bad plan. It's not a bad plan, but it's just two different jobs. If you want to do something in the commodity, then do something in the commodity. I mean, start trading. Freight forwarding is also a business that you can do with little money, honestly. And it's a tough business. It's a tough business. So I wouldn't start like a freight forwarding agency or whatever, just to then trade directly if this is what you want to do. Hey, Damien, in your video, you have to talk about shitty payment term. We trade 30-day credit after arrival of the product. Is it a shitty one? I mean, on which trade are you, on which side of the trade? If you get 30 days after arrival, 30 days after arrival of the product to pay, you get extremely good payment term. If you need to give those payment terms to a client, man, they are getting very good payment terms. Because the reality is like if this is what your client is asking and you're giving that to them, it means that you take all the risk. Because once they have the good, they can do whatever they want. And if they want to withhold the payment because there's a claim, even if the claim is not true, then there's nothing really that you can do, man. Even if you have accredited insurance. Because if you have accredited insurance and the client says this is a claim problem, the accredited insurance says, look, man, it's not a problem of credit, it's a problem of claim. So commercial issues, we are not covering that. Can I break into a commodity trading firm with a MSc in hedge fund? MSc Masters, I guess. Why do you have all of Masters? It's useless. Yes, you can. I think you can. But it would be very helpful for you to take the Shipping Commodity Academy operator course, because you will learn the physical side of the business. But yeah, I think it's not bad. I spoke with importers of fruit and vegetables. It seemed like they prefer buying directly from growers and not exporters. Do you think export traders are losing revenues? No, man. I don't think. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. But I think it depends on the market. I think it depends on the market. And they said that they prefer buying directly from growers, but they prefer, yes, but maybe they prefer, but they sometimes they don't have the choice. Hi, man. Do you know a Discord chat about commodity trading? No, I don't. I wouldn't trust like a Discord chat about commodity trading. Like, who are you going to meet in this Discord chat? Like, it's like those. I've seen like WhatsApp group. People added me in WhatsApp group. They like 150 people. And they don't fucking know. Nobody knows what they are talking about. And as they don't know what they are talking about, other people like think that those guys know what they are talking about. It's a fucking mess, man. So no, man. I don't know about, and don't talk. All right. How much do you really need to start off? I just came back from Africa. I'm connected to Kenya, Rwanda, and South Africa with people on the ground. And it depends. I often I say that, man, you can start with very, very little if you are savvy and if you know what you do. But most of you guys don't know what you do. So I would say that you need to start at least with the money to finance one trade. If you can't even finance one trial container, one thing, then man, it's going to be tough. Thank you, bro. You are a really good teacher. Not a lot of people are. Thanks, AG. Thanks. And in a trainer, does it tell you what type of commodity, I guess, look for? Are you speaking about what we do? Hey, man, you need to do you need to do your own research. Right? Do you recommend working with shipping line directly or booking through logistic companies? This is a very good question, Lev. It depends. Both could be useful. Because the freight forwarder, okay, usually what I do is I always work with a freight forwarder from the country. So if I'm not in that country, I will work from a freight forwarder from that country because the freight forwarder knows the document, the shit that needs to be done, and so on. And sometimes the shipping line directly, they don't know as well as the freight forwarder. So, but when you start to do big, good volume, maybe you want to deal with shipping lines. But man, there is like no clear cut which one is the best. It could seem that shipping line is the best for sure, but some freight forwarder they have huge volume, so they get even better rate than what you can have directly with the shipping line. So it depends, man. I would most of the time we work with both. You mentioned in one of your vlogs that you have 6 clients for your Chrome business. Do you mind sharing how connected with them if it's not too confidential? Think. Couple are from conferences. Couple are from my network, like company in Geneva and so on. And a couple will be like, there is like the logistic company that handle the Chrome. We know they have other clients for Chrome. We asked them, can you make an introduction for us? And they did. So that's basically, I think, pretty much how it happened. What you certainly waste gold collection? Is it a good profit? Man, it's crazy, man. We do it. We are doing it, man. So yeah, I think it's very interesting. I think it's a crazy market. I love it. I'm a junior crude oil operator, even working in this field. It's difficult to find some relevant documentation. Man, you should buy the book Oil 101. I think that's his Oil 1. I think this is the name of the book. Look at my YouTube channel. I have one a video, like old video, maybe 2-3 years ago, about the 5 best oil trading books or something like this. And I would buy all of them if I were you. Can I break into a commodity trading firm with a master degree in hedge fund? Yeah, man, I already answered your question. I said yes. I'm currently looking at oil cakes made from extraction of cocoa. Do you think it's a good market? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think cocoa is a very, very difficult market because it's very concentrated. There is like concentrated. There's like 3 companies that do 80% of the cocoa pressing. I think they call it press. Like Barry-Callebaut, Olam, Cargill, I think. They are the 3 that do 80%. So that's tough to be in a market where there's like such a dominant players. But maybe it's the best, and I don't know. So I can't tell you. Do you suggest I do a master in commodity trading to fully grasp the understanding of the business? This is coming from an 18-year-old chemistry student. Look, man, if you can register in this commodity trading in Geneva and get, because the problem with this master is like I think they only accept like 25 people because you need to have a job to apply to it. So basically, you work from Monday to Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday you have course. So it's not really a master, man. It's you need to have a job. So the issue is getting the job is not really the master. So, but I think, man, you should try to skip this fucking master shit, man, and try to work directly right after your bachelor. I even think that you should stop your fucking bachelor and try to work now, man. What are your thoughts on rhodium recycling, collecting, partner with some friends? I think it's great, man. I think it's great. Do you consider 7% net margin good enough to get credit line from banks? Yes, it's good enough. It's good enough. Hey, Damien, my existing contact have no idea about trading. How do I point them to the direction of finding me as an anchor buyer? A lot in this question that I don't understand. Please try to. It's a bit. Yeah, Nick is not available. Can I break into community? Okay. Bonjour, Damien. What will be the cost of funding? Man, it's like French and English, man. So choose. Hey, Damien, are you going to? Yeah, I said no. Nick is not available. Maybe I will do. Yeah, man, you know what? I would like to start to carry on the podcast. Maybe I have like 5 others co-hosts, and that we change. But I don't have a lot of time, man. What you say on coffee trading industry? I'm a junior trader. It's very stressful. Tight deadline, logistic. What's your advice to grow in this business? I don't know, man. I think coffee is a well-developed, well-market, but there's always like opportunities. So it's not that bad. I think it's very stressful, man. Yeah, of course, man. It is. It is very stressful. But over time you'll see, man. You'll get better. What is your advice to grow this business? The most important advice is to protect your reputation, your name. So always protect your name, and don't. And so this is the most important, because again, it's very small industry. People knows you, who is doing bullshit. And I would say so that's the most important. The second most important is there is something that a junior do that is you need to learn to be tough with the client. Tell them the truth. Sometimes juniors say, "Yeah, I'll do my best," even though they know it's not possible because they are afraid to say no to their customer. But you need to learn to do that. What is your thought on the coffee trading from manufacturing directly to consumer or business to business? I don't know. In your experience, can a trader fit two or three? Can a trade fit 2 or even 3 traders between the supplier and the buyer? It depends. It depends a lot the commodity. It depends a lot of the. If it's a commodity from like a easy country, let's say, then there is no big risk. It's going to be difficult to fit 2 traders. If it's from like very shitty country, 2 shitty country from a very difficult countries, 3-4 traders is possible. So it depends a lot on the commodity. Do you know the story of Trump? Is Rolls Royce and the bank. He went abroad and asked the bank for a small loan, $500. He gave his car in exchange. After 2 weeks, he came back and paid the interest and had and now he had a free parking lot. I think I think I got the point, but I'm not sure. You don't know about this story, huh? Do you think supplement is saturated, turning whole food to supplement, selling retail directly to customers, but mass market? No, I don't. I think supplement will never is always saturated, but will never be, because if you can market with a new angle, you always have new way to market it. So no. I'm Nigerian and I applied for Master of Commodity Trading at University of Geneva. Traineeship is a must for students before starting classes. Please, how can I secure traineeship for my master? Dude, I don't know, man. There's no like. I think for you it's going to be fucking difficult as a Nigerian, honestly. So you need to find a job before. I know that if you have like an interesting CV, the University of Geneva will send your CV to a bunch of trading company, but you need to be somewhat like different to have like a very good CV or something like this. Cool. A geographical niche also means finding buyers in small countries like Sri Lanka or Mauritius. Also, it's better to start trading with your own country first or directly overseas. All right. So yes, small countries are usually better, but the thing is, you should always start with a buyer in your own country. You should always, man. It's easy. Let's say like this. It's easier to find a buyer in your country, because in your country you know the law. The buyers know that you are from that country. He trusts you more. Is probably from the network or from someone knows you that knows this guy that knows something like this. So it's always, I always say, find a buyer in your country. And if you cannot sell something to a buyer in your country, maybe you are not good enough, because it's the easiest sale. So if you cannot do that, how can you sell to someone overseas? How do you handle the demurrage in a day-to-day basis? What do you mean? We try not to have the demurrage. What do you mean? As a commodity trader, how well do you mitigate your own risk as well as that of the supplier? Not sure I understand the question. What other way I can secure? Yes, I already answered this question. I do export halal meat. Halal meat. I laugh because you wrote meat like meeting, not meat. Anyway, from Brazil to Iran and to the sanction, the best business. That is the best business I do, and I have. Yeah, man. I think if you can get paid from Iran, it's a very good business. As far as I know, the food is not sanctioned, so you can do this trade and you can still go to the US. But the problem is going to get paid from Iran. How do you get paid? Do you have an advice on how to smoothly transition from working as a trader in a company to starting in your own business? Yes. All right, this is my advice. It's only my advice, guys. Okay. Don't. If you go to jail because of that, it's not my fault. No, you shouldn't. But all right, I would start my own training business on the side. This is what I would do. Even though, and this is what I did. Even though I had a job, I started my business on the side. Trading soja, corn, fertilizer as well. My team is fan of your YouTube channel. Good see from doing. Man, thank you, Philip. Thank you, Philip. And say to your team to like my video. Thank you. Yep. Hello, Damien. Thank you for your valuable information. I'm in Canada, and the impending tariff and trade war between two countries. What commodity trade do you think? What commodity trading do? All right. So when there is like tariff uncertainty and things like this, my advice is this one: you don't care. Go as nothing was going to happen, because you don't know. So you prefer doing nothing or doing something? I always prefer to do something. Is it possible to land a training job in Switzerland with a master degree? Or will you work in a different master program? Man, all right, guys, man. So, and this is the same for all the students. Your master is fucking irrelevant. I don't know why you think that your master is important. Life is very fucking long. Master is what, 2 years? So yeah, master is fucking useless, man. I don't know what to say. I think that I know that you are a kid, so your whole life you think that you have to go to study to get this paper, to get this paper, to get this paper, but man, it's fucking useless. So a master in supply chain is great. It's great. No problem. Don't do other masters, man. But I would again encourage you not to do a master. I don't know where you are. Just try to find a job as early as possible. Don't do a bachelor. Try to find a job directly. It's way better. And man, we are. It's really, guys. I know nobody like listen to me when I say that, but really, when I collect rhodium, is it best to set up an office in the country with a million of registered car? Yes, I think it's better, yeah, to set up in a country where there is the supply. Yeah. Before a deal, is it worth spending 50% on the margin with the first trade to trade to the buyer? Before a deal, man, I would trade I would spend 1000% of the margin in a in a to travel to the buyer, man. Man, I'm always negative, even with I'm not always. Depend if it's a big deal, maybe. But usually, man, the first deal I'm not making money because it's repaying for all the cost of making that deal. And the first deal is usually a trial, so it's always a small one. So I'm not trying to make money on the first deal, never. Have you ever traded with Algeria? Is it easy to trade from Algeria? Man, I trade a lot. So at the beginning of my career, I worked with a company, and our biggest client was in Algeria. I know very well Algeria. Do you think pursuing a career in trading marble and other stones, slab, and products is worth? I'm currently running a local shop with the son of my boss. I don't know the market, man. But I think, you know what? It was usually everywhere it was. But I don't know the market, I can tell you. But if you're currently running a local shop, man, it's a good way in. There are no rules to put it together. The only limit is your creativity. Man, this sentence is incredible. Like this. I think it must come from like a incredible mind. Huh? Well done. How much should our company make in net margin after graduate from uni for us to continue to the interest from two Swiss guys from Nederthland? I don't know, man. It depends what you want with your life, man. This is more a question of life choice, man. If it's your company, man, you are more free than to work with Trafigura or Glencore. But you probably are going to make more money going to work with for Trafigura. So, but then, man, you will have a shitty boss, very difficult colleague. It's going to be a difficult life environment. But after 15 years, maybe you'll be fucking rich as you ever imagined. So, don't know, man. It's more a question about what do you want to do with your life. Thank you, Philippe. Thank you. Thanks, Amir. Yes, coffee trading is small and controlled by the big five. Yes, you can finir. I wanted to say something, but I can't. I need to have limits. I saw in your video you mentioned that you need some leverage. Please, can you explain more about what kind of leverage? Man, yeah, speak a lot about leverage. Leverage is the idea of putting 1 unit of effort and getting like 10 units of output. It's not one-to-one. So that's the idea of leverage. So using someone else's money, is a way of leveraging. Like, if you use your money, like let's say you have $1,000, you use $1,000, you can maybe make like $10 out of it as margin. But if someone else lend you 1 million, you can make like 100K margin. So you are leveraging someone else's money. So that's a way of leverage. But there is like so many ways. You can use employee to leverage your time. So there's you should read what Raval Navican said about leverage. Are commodity trading shipping from base in Zurich as well? Yeah, there's a lot, man. Zurich and Zug, a bunch. Are any of your companies hiring? No. But actually, I always hire the shipping and commodity academy student first. So right now, all my business partners, employees, people that I work with, they are all from the shipping and commodity academy. What about non-compete? What about that? I think it's fucking useless. But Usually, also you can make them. Man, it depends, man. It depends. Is it always to fill a container with tons? Okay, the question is, I think, do you always have to fill up the containers to the maximum? Yes. I mean, do you have to? No, you don't have to, man. If you are dealing with something extremely expensive, maybe not, and maybe you can do a trial with less. I don't know, man. You don't have to, but yes, usually you try to maximize the amount loaded. Do you think it's better to start a sponsoring from company in Dubai or Geneva? I think grow and meet people in Dubai is more open than GVA. All right. Yes. So it's way better to start in Dubai, but for a small trading company. And the reason is like the bank in Dubai are shit, but at least they allow you to trade. In Geneva, if you say that you want to open a commodity trading firm, then it's almost impossible to get a bank account. I mean, you need to know the bank. Few banks will accept. Like I know only 2 banks in Geneva, and there's a lot of in Switzerland, and there's a lot of banks in Switzerland. So that will be okay to open an account for small traders. So Switzerland is the best if you are a huge firm, no problem. A lot of talented people, a lot of capital, a lot of everything. But if you're more entrepreneurial, it's a very tough place, Switzerland. Dubai, it's easier. I have 9 hours job Monday to Friday. I want to start a community trading firm. How many days should I realistically dedicate to with the job? Man, the thing is like, do you really work 9 hours from Monday to Friday? Like really work 9 hours? What is your job? I'm sure you can find like hours between that. What is your opinion? I see as waste of money as well. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. So, and the fact that I don't know what it is maybe means that it's a waste of money, or maybe not. But I don't know. If the country is dangerous, would you hire someone and partner with them to set up a facility online and on the phone, or do you always fly to the country? I always fly to the country. We have a company structure across UAE, Oman, Turkey. Okay, so yeah, that's why you do Iran. Yeah, but trading from Switzerland works amazingly well, doesn't it? Plus, we're already surprised and excited for each of you. Thanks, man. Yeah, but yeah. Yep, but you already have all the structures, and you are. We know with differently you work just by the structure of your company, man. Anyway, bro, thank you for your work and following on all the platform. Will you be in Gulf Food this year? Can we meet you there? I won't be in Gulf Food this year. I won't be in Gulf Food. I used to be in Gulf Food like every year when I was in food stuff business, but now way less. But one day, man, I should go to the Gulf Food and see all my old pal. I know a lot of guys in dairy there. It just would be so fun to see them again. Best place to source and get new information on commodities market? I don't know. Bloomberg is good. They have good information. Bloomberg, like news-wise, but otherwise, it's really it depends on the commodity that you trade. It's easy to break into commodity market in India. How do you think the scene is? What commodity would you trade? I think India is always difficult, but India is growing. It's growing fast. So when it's growing fast, there's new opportunities. So it's easier to break in. So what commodity would you trade? I don't know. I mean, I would trade the commodity if my buyer. What is the max net profit margin you've seen in commodity trading? And what is the minimum profit you'd personally settle for to scale with? You at the max, man, I've seen like 25% margin. I've seen crazy stuff. Man. And the minimum, there's no minimum. I would take like even loss if I think it makes sense. Thanks, British. Looking forward to new finish. Thanks, man. But yeah, man, for you, it would make a lot of sense. Man, there's a lot of questions, guys. It's already 1 hour in. I mean, I will go faster. All right. Have you continued the Chrome speculation mentioned in one of your video as a market recovered? The market has not recovered. The market has tanked so hard. So that was a great thing that we didn't hold the stock and that we were able to sell it. It's always best to start a commodity trading business that already have end buyers. Like, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Always start something that you have a buyers. Always. Greeting from Kazakhstan. Hello, man. Love Kazakhstan. I need to go to Almaty. As a Muslim, I can't take use, but blah, 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 blah. So would it be easy to make a business without banking ready for someone? Man, all right. No, there is like a Muslim bank that will give you. It's Sharia. I don't remember the name of the bank, but they structure it in a way that is not a loan, so it goes. It's okay with all the laws that you need to follow. And don't worry, man. Are you the guy from Algeria, man? Don't worry. There is like a lot of ways. Is it easy to find a serious buyers for nickel? I mean, the buyers are nickel are known, man. There's like 50 refiners, maybe 25 refiners. So, nickel wires. Yeah. You mean for nickel wire? I don't know. For the product, I don't know. I have a supplier from Uganda Robusta coffee, and my client is in Spain asking the 300 metric ton amount. But CIF is it good to accept CIF or not, man? That's a good question, man. If you can't finance it, then then push for FOB, man. But I would, man, if you don't really have finance, man, say to the guy, look, man, you need to buy FOB for me. I'm new. I don't have a lot of money. We can still offer you this, but you need to buy FOB. They should be able to do that. And if they don't want to, then something is fishy. Yeah, Kazakhstan, great country. Sorting spells with Alam. I'm thinking of joining them. Any tips? Alam. Man, I think Alam is a big. I don't like to speak about like specifically one company, but I think Alam is a big company. There is like good desk, shitty desk. It really depends on the desk that you are in. But if you are, but the good thing is like if you don't have like any like big name on your CV, that will be your first one. Yeah, of course, go for it. For a beginner, normally, what is the percentage of your own capital to trade versus leverage? But usually, you use all. Usually, at the beginning, man, you need to use your capital 100%. I want to start in scrap metal. Do I need a lot of equity to start the business? Is there like way to fund it through bank? Is it to get money from the bank in UA? No, it's not easy when you start. You will need to show something to the bank if you want a credit from them. So, but man, usually in scrap you should be able to get prepayment from your buyers. Man, depends. Supplying commodity from Kazakhstan, yeah. I mean, Kazakhstan and CSI country, there's a lot of opportunities. Man. Do you trade with Tunisia? I think I did one trade with Tunisia. Like we sold like meat powder long time ago to Tunisia, like small container. Man, it depends. There is no rule. Yeah, I don't buy nickel. The tune. Then Google. Or now you can use ChatGPT. Do you think it's worth relocating from Nederthland to sell from an entrepreneurial and tax property to start a small commodity trading? No, I don't. No, don't do that, man. It's easier in the Nederland. You will have more support from your bank than from Switzerland. 2,000%. Unless you can put like 5 million, 10 million equity to start, Switzerland is good. Otherwise, do it Netherlands, and then when you start to make money, find a way to optimize your tax. No question from here from Lana Keeper. Merci. Please, what is your take on cocoa trading in North America? Specifically, man, this is like those take. I don't know what specifically this part of Canada, this type of cocoa. But I don't know everything, guys. I should have married my girlfriend. I don't know what I don't know, mate. Thank you. If you were single, would you fly to a country, book long-term Airbnb, and set up an office partners? Yes, I will do that, man. I will do that, of course, man. I did that, man. When I was married with kid. Is the best trade commodity to? I don't understand what you mean. Whatever I couldn't just got permitted from mine. How can I take advantage of this opportunity? There's zinc in gypsum face. Yeah, man. How can you take up? First of all, mine is fucking difficult, man. So make sure that your cousin already like is able to mind the shipment, and then and then man, you can market his product, man. If he's willing to work with you, man, it's a great opportunity. But permit is a bit early, you know. There's a lot of permits in the world, but not a lot of mines. All I mean is that I do company. I work for them before, and they lowball their partner. They are I'm not gonna comment. I think honestly, man, it depends also the desk that you work with. So if you're 50K, can you get a loan? Yeah. Thank you for sharing your time. Thank you, Kevin. Do you organize a meeting worldwide or in Geneva? Man, I don't. It's something that I really want to. I really want to do, but man, it takes time to organize meeting well. When I was in Geneva, I used to organize like just drinks, you know. And even that, man, it takes time. You need to call people, make sure they come, and so on. And if I want to throw an event, I want it to be good. So, and I have a lot of things to do this year, but maybe end of the year. If I would do something with Saka, I would do it in Dubai for sure. Institute of Chat. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not in a. I don't know enough this world of ship brokering and shipping and so on to have an idea. All right, guys. So thanks a lot for all your questions. I think we had a peak where like more than 50 people. It's great, man. It's great for a Sunday that you are entertained by what I'm saying. Again, we are reopening No Phoenicia tomorrow. I think tomorrow you should get an email about it. Click in the link below. This is what I have to send for you today. But yeah, man, we have like actually we have a lot of members that they have small trading company or they just have trade flow, but they make deals. So it's possible, man. Yeah, man. Again, thanks a lot, all of you guys, to be here. I will try to keep at least one live call like this a month. And yeah, so that's my goal for 2025. One live call per month, and that's pretty much it, man. And if you have like any ideas about how I can improve those type of calls, live call, let me know. Yeah, man, definitely. I was in Dubai last Sunday. Last Sunday I was in Dubai. Thanks, man. Somaliland. Ciao, guys. Thanks a lot.